Now. Hello everyone from the Novedge team. Today we have a special presentation with Autodesk. It has been only a couple of months since Autodesk packed their most essential tools in one of the three industry collections, the Architecture, Engineering and Construction collection, the Product Design collection, and the Media and Entertainment collection. And today we're here with Autodesk expert Ron Ludlow, so he can highlight what's included in these collections, as well as how industry collections affect your current perpetual and subscription licenses, among other things. So a little bit more about Ron. Ron has spent over 20 years in technology, mostly with consumer and business productivity software. His work has ranged from retail products in brick and mortar to vertical and SAS solutions. His other interests include camping and scuba diving. Novedge is one of the largest online stores for design software, and we offer a huge assortment of software solutions that cater to virtually every designer's needs. So come check us out at novedge.com, where you can find all the Autodesk line of product, and including the aforementioned collections. And for more daily software news and limited time promotions, pay a visit to the Novedge blog and follow us on Facebook, Google+, and Twitter. Coming up tomorrow, a webinar on predicting designs with physical-based rendering. We will explore the latest NVIDIA iRay for 3ds Max, Maya, Cinema 4D, and Rhino, along with how Mental Ray for Maya is transforming M&E production. And last but not least, today's webinar is free and is being recorded live. So if you want to rewatch this or any webinar on our collection, just head on over to Novedge's YouTube and Vimeo channels. And now, without further ado, I'm going to pass the screen to Ron, and he'll take over from here. Thank you, Ron. Take it away.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Barbara. I am excited to be here from Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, and really looking forward to talking about industry collections and how they can benefit you. And we'll get right into the actual content here as far as what are the collections, why would you want to choose them, what's actually included in these, and we'll talk about the different licensing options and special pricing offers. So Autodesk has been in this perpetual license to subscription transition for the last few years. Perpetual licenses are the traditional older style buy and own software sitting on a desktop or a network computer, and a consumer with that older model needed to decide when to upgrade and what new features to do without and for how long. Whereas with the subscription model, the benefit is that you have access to software 24/7 on mobile devices. People have multiple devices. They are computing in different regions and geographies. And customers want to stay connected, expect to be connected to their data and their tools regardless of where they are or what devices they're using. And so that's a big change in how things are moving into the future. Customers also expect to have continuous updates, or at least access to them. You can pay as you go, which has less upfront financial risk, and it allows you to match your software needs to your business cycles. And then finally, you can see on the bottom right, cloud. Cloud as a software platform is changing the entire industry. It's changing the way software is created, how it's delivered, and how it's used to solve both old and new problems. And that's also propelled us into this subscription licensing world. So what are the industry collections? Well, hopefully you've already heard and seen a little bit about them. We've been talking about them for a few months, and it's really the most convenient and flexible way to access the software. We introduced these collections as a way for you to get the essential Autodesk software used for your specific industry, all in a single package that will evolve and get better over time. As Barbara mentioned, there are 3 industry collections: Architecture, Engineering and Construction, Media and Entertainment, and Product Design. And we'll go through each of these individually. So why, again, did Autodesk introduce these collections? Many of you probably are already familiar with, and probably some of you already have, the Autodesk Design and Creation Suites. Well, we ended the sale of the Design and Creation Suites as we were previously announced. We tried to give customers some advance notice that that was coming, and that did happen the end of July, in order to make way for the industry collections that became available August 1st. So why did we make this change? Well, because the industry collections provide a better experience to that of the Design and Creation Suites. There's a greater value in that the collections give a value that well exceeds the premium suites at a very competitive price point. There's continuous improvement. The collections are designed to provide instant access to new applications and cloud services to meet the changing business needs and to meet needed improvements in workflows. In addition, Autodesk has a desktop app that will notify you when updates to the collection is available, and then you can decide, and you have control over which updates are rolled out to who and when. And then the cloud services, this is really can't be overstated. You'll have access to more cloud services than are currently available in the suites. You have opportunity to leverage the computing power of the cloud. So instead of just one desktop computer or a handful of computers on a network, you have access to the cloud, which is practically unlimited. In addition, when you subscribe to a collection with multi-user access, you'll be able to grant shared access to cloud services, whereas with suites, you're limited to just a single named user per cloud service. You'll see next on the list is the greater flexibility. Subscriptions to industry collections are available with single user and multi-user access and the choice of different term lengths. So you have greater flexibility to choose the option that fits your business needs. Now, subscriptions to the Design and Creation Suites are available for single user access only. And then finally, we've simplified the offering. So we've made it easier for you to determine which one is best and most suited for you. Instead of evaluating a multitude of suites and packages and then having to choose between standard, premium, or ultimate tiers, all of the most essential software tools are now in a single collection. So let's start by looking at the benefits of the collection for AEC. So AEC, Architecture, Engineering, and Construction Collection. You can get the right tools by accessing BIM for infrastructure for design and engineering, where and when you need it. You can integrate your workflows, reduce risk and rework, connect teams to the models and to each other for better collaboration, insights, and decision-making. And you can embrace the future by working across infrastructure projects and combining CAD, BIM, and cloud to optimize your designs and to improve your project delivery. So you're thinking, okay, that sounds like a lot. What does it actually look like as far as what's in this collection? Well, get ready, because it's a pretty significant list. So this is the Architecture, Engineering, and Construction Collection, and all of the products that are included in this collection. There are a couple up there at the top that are highlighted in blue. Those are really the core products that customers use in the AEC industry, the ones that are the most commonly used and the ones that are the most common, is probably the best way to say it. You can see there are also many other products that are specific for different usage, whether it's structural, architecture and engineering. If you're an AutoCAD user, you can see the benefits of having those products in the package as well as products that are for other specific uses like MAP, MEP, plant, etc. So what are some of the benefits of this collection? You can have all the tools in one place and support the entire building lifecycle from conceptual design through to construction, including BIM and CAD all in one package. You can connect your workflows and support team collaboration, improve data continuity with tools built to meet the needs of these different various contributors. And this really puts your project at the center. You can lead the way with software and cloud technologies that give you unprecedented insight into your projects. So as a recap, here are the products that are included in the AEC collection, with some of those highlighted that are the most utilized, the most requested. Now, if you're using, again, AutoCAD for architecture, the AEC collection is a rich set of software and innovative technologies to help you design, engineer, and construct higher quality, more predictable building and civil infrastructure projects. So let's move now on to the next collection, which is the Media and Entertainment collection. Now with this collection, you can have the right digital content tool every time. So whether you've got a staff, you're staffing up with animators, modelers, different artists, this tool provides everything that they would need to create compelling effects, characters, and just huge digital worlds. And this is what the pros use. So this gives you access to industry standard 3D animation tools like Max, Maya. These are used by game makers and Hollywood studios across the globe. This also gives you access or allows you to build a 3D animation pipeline for simulations, different effects, rendering. And here it says you never have to say no to a big project. I'd rather say now you can say yes to big projects because you have these tools that allow you to do that. So I mentioned a couple of these tools. What else is in the package? You can see here Max, 3ds Max, Maya, and then several other complementary products. So industry-leading tools for modelers, animators, and artists. So now let's move into manufacturing. With the product design collection, again, you get all the right tools for using the latest design and engineering practices, including Inventor and AutoCAD, all in a single package. You can build a single definition of your product with shared data across disciplines and software, and this allows you to better collaborate and manage complexity of projects. And this also allows you to prepare for the future. Hopefully you've heard about the future of making things, and it's really one of Autodesk's tags and leads in taking advantage of technology to improve these processes and production so that we can make things bigger and better going into the future. And with this package, it includes Fusion 360, which is a great tool for that. So let's take a look at what's in this package. Again, several products, including ones that are highlighted in blue, that are the ones that are, again, the core, the ones that are the most desired, kind of common products in the industry. And if you're using Inventor now, the product design collection gives you connected, professional-grade tools that help you make great products today by incorporating simulation and expanded visualization in one package. So now that we've talked about these different collections and what's in them and all of the additional abilities that you now have access to with these collections, let's look at the value that's offered. And especially now that there's a promotion, a special offer to make it easier for you to move to a collection. So you can see here that with an existing perpetual license, so the traditional older style of purchased software, an existing perpetual license can be traded in and you can save up to 50% on any product of your choice. It's really an amazing offer, and there are multiple paths from individual product or suites to a collection. So yes, you heard correctly, I said an individual product. You can go from, for example, an AutoCAD to a collection and save 50%. And as far as the perpetual license, you can go all the way back to R14. I said all the way back because that was around 1998. That was in the early days of the internet, if you remember that. And you can even trade in a recent product if you don't have maintenance on that product. So let's talk about some questions here that might have come up during the presentation. First question, am I able to switch my existing subscription to an industry collection subscription? This is where I should probably have some game show music as you're thinking about the answer. And the answer is yes. So starting in October, Autodesk is providing an easy path for people who are on subscription, either annual or multi-year, to go from suites or individual products to a collection. Question number 2, is it possible to customize a collection by picking and choosing software? You know, that would be great, but at this point, the collections are defined as a set of products, but if you have additional needs or specialized need, you can add those products on a separate subscription. Question number 3. Okay, so these products, particular products, are not included in the product design collection. So how do I get those? Well, again, you can still get those as a separate subscription and make that part of your purchase with the collection. Number 4, do I need to download the entire package? Yeah, I bet you some of you got that one right. No, you don't have to. Okay, so even though you have access to all those tools, you can pick and choose the ones that you need and just download those and install whenever you need them. Okay, question number 5. You guys didn't think there was going to be all this testing, did you? But you're doing great. Are there territory limitations with collections, and what are they? Well, for people who are familiar with our licensing on subscription, you have global travel rights. So that's part of your subscription contract. That's a benefit of having subscription. And that's part of not only the new subscriptions that you have, as well as the traditional or historic maintenance plans that you have those travel rights outside of your immediate area or country of purchase. Okay, I think this is our final question. So with the subscription model, I can get continuous updates. But can I lock the software version so during a project it's not interrupted or disrupted? Good question. Survey says you can actually choose which version to use. Another benefit of subscription is that you have access to prior versions, so you can set a project on a particular version and say this is the version that this project's based on and just use that so it's not disrupted. So that's a benefit of subscription, and yes, you can lock it in. Okay, so I've gone over quite a bit of information. I'm not always going to be around and accessible to you, but Novedge is. So if you have questions, you need more information, phone and email support are available and free from Novedge. You can talk to Scott Hester to get to talk about your specific needs and how the collections fit into your needs and your projects, as well as where you're coming from, what you already have, and how that licensing can either switch or change. So Scott at Novedge is your primary contact. So with that, that's the majority of my presentation, or the majority of the webinar. I really appreciate your time and attendance and your attention. And I'd like to now open it up for any questions or clarifications, Barbara, that may have come in.
Thank you. I'm taking the screen back, yes, let's see if there's a, no, okay. There's one question. Do you know if Navisworks Simulate is in one of the collection? Because you have a list right in front of you, and
yeah, so I'll go over the collections very quickly.
Yes.
To tell you where Navisworks is.
Yes.
I do not see Navisworks.
Yeah. So it's,
Simulate.
I think it was taken out, and I
Yeah.
think
So,
yeah, it's one of those add-on that you can, you know, on a needed basis, you can add it on. And the best way to do that, I think, see, this is why you need somebody like Novedge or Scott, because he'll really sort you out. You call, there's no cost to you, and he will, you know, help you find the best solution and customize your software for your needs. And I think some of these products have been taken out and some have been added. The perfect package does not exist, I think, but this is as close as it gets, because you have so many add-ons and so many extra products that you might not think you need or want, but just be curious and try them on, and experts have tried to create these ideal packages, and we're all different, and we're all have different needs, and I think Autodesk got pretty close to perfection, but there's room for improvement, and there's room, and luckily you can add on and take out, and or decide not to use. I think
Yeah, and the
also,
value,
yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yes, go ahead.
Barbara, I was going to add, the
Yes.
value of the collection really, because the pricing is so beneficial to customers, there's several products, but the value is if you're only using two or maybe three, then it pays for itself, and you get the other products that you have access to as well. As Barbara mentioned, there's no such thing as a perfect collection because there are so many different varied needs. But this way, you can start with a package that has the majority of what most people are using. Again, those core products that are really significant, two or three in each collection, with all of the others that are complementary and add value. And then you can customize and add specialized products based on your needs.
Yes, and some customers, they call us, talk to us, and they're like, oh, what is that? And Scott tells them, oh, you do use this for that, and then they use it, and then the feedback is to us is like, I never knew I could do those things with that product. I would never in my profession thought I would need that, and now they can do without. So explore. As I said, they're there, and plus all the clouds, options you have. That's just that. It's to me, it's a great plus. I mean, yeah, I'm glad this is the collections. To me, they simplified a lot the options, and they expanded the possibilities. So I hope you like to try. And the great thing is that you don't have to, sign in for life. You can try them for, a quarter or a year. And then, you think, I don't need all that. Then, you go back to one product. And that's the great flexibility about this, the choices that now are available with Autodesk. So great. Thank you, Ron. I hope, yeah, there's no more questions. So I think it was pretty clear. And I would like to thank everybody for attending this presentation. And, you know, check the collection out. Give us a call. Email Novedge. You can email scott@novedge.com, and you will definitely get a personalized quote, if you know what I mean. And there's room for improvement. There's room for wiggle. Just talk to us. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Google Plus, or Twitter. And coming up tomorrow, we have a really great webinar, Predicting Designs with Physically Based Rendering, and you're going to drool all over Iray, so don't miss it. To rewatch today's webinar or previous ones, check out our Novedge YouTube and Vimeo channels. Our webinar playlist has webinars for every software taste. Thanks again for joining us. Thank you, Ron, and have
You're
a
welcome.
wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye.